All right, all right. Happy day to you. You have made it to the 8th installment of Getting Started. We are going to use a jump rope today. So if you don't have a jump rope, don't worry about it. Just use your imagination. Get your hands in play. You're going to jump on those toes, still flick those wrists, still keep the chest tall, core strong. So with the jump rope, we are going to be introducing Tabattas. Tabattas is named after some wonderful man with the last name Tabatta. And it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds. So it's 4 minutes of the same exercise. And that's how we're going to do our jump rope today. So we're going to jump rope for 20 seconds and then take a break for 10 seconds and keep that going for 8 cycles. So with your jump roping, if you don't have that jump rope, or maybe if jumping doesn't feel the best for your body, you can just kind of shuffle tap, right? You can keep it kind of higher and tippy tap, so one leg is kind of always on the ground. It's somewhat up to you, whatever you choose to do for your jumpies, for those Tabattas. And when I jump rope, we're on this side of the garage because I have room for my rope to swing overhead. After the jump rope, we're going to be going through some asymmetric moves. So have some weights handy for all of those sets of work. I'm going to run us through those after we're done with our jump rope segment. So have your mat handy, have your weights handy for once the jumping rope's over, but we're going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up, getting the body ready to go. So let's start off with a downward facing dog. Slide your hands into the ground, push those hips up and back. Flex into the back, push the chest back toward the thighs, slide the shoulder blades down. Think about kind of hollowing out your armpits. And then let's drop the right knee, push your left heel into the ground, and then drop your left knee and push your right heel into the ground. And then let's go ahead and switch it up to the other side. Right knee drops, left leg straightens, and then right hip heel drops, left heel lifts. Take a nice deep inhale, slide back just a little deeper, and then drop your knees onto the ground. We're going to do a couple thoracic rotations. So put your left hand behind your head, inhale, lift your elbow up as high as you can, trying to keep your hips level, and that right shoulder right over the wrist. So it's not really about how much you lift, how high you get. It's keeping the appropriate flexion and support in the low back. Core stays strong to help support those hips. And the rotation, that mobility, comes through the middle spine. Then you're going to drop that left elbow to the right wrist. Inhale up. And then exhale, drop it down. Inhale up. Exhale, drop it down. Let's go one more. Bring that elbow up nice and high. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. And then drop it down. Okay, let's switch up to the other side. Left hand on the ground. Right hand behind the head. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, drop that elbow down toward the wrist. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, drop. And chances are one side will feel a little bit more mobile than the other. That's great, fine. All good. You just sit in where your body is at. One more. Awesome. Plant that hand back down. We're going to go cat-cow. Inhale, push the chest forward. Exhale, round. Pull that low belly in. Inhale, push the chest forward. Exhale, round. One more time. Push that chest forward. And then exhale and round. Curl your toes under. Sit back on your heels. Plant into your left hand and just let your right arm slide over the top. Get a little bit of hinge and opening in that right side. Then plant your right hand. Left arm over the top. Core is still strong. Switch again over toward the left. Switch again over toward the right. Okay, clasp your hands behind. Open that chest. Get a little opening through those shoulders. Left ear, left shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder. All right, let's get this party started. So find your space for your jumping rope. If you're doing pretend jump ropes, then you don't really need to worry much about what's going on around you. Otherwise, make sure you have some space. You're not going to hit anything or kill anybody. All right, so remember we have our 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We're going to go ready, set, and start. And if you want to get funky with your rope, feel free. You can crisscross your arms. You can hop on one leg. You can hop on the other. You can double bounce. You can run your legs. Time. There's our first break. When you're jumping rope, still keep that core strong, chest tall. I'll see if I can do a right-left switch. There we go. It's fun to switch it up. Hug those elbows in. Keep the chest tall. Just flick those wrists. Hold. Take your break. I'm going to see how I go with a different leg. Lead first. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, feels weird. Woo. Got to work on that side. There we go. So don't have it. I'm going to stay double. I'll work on that one off camera. Take a little stretch if you need it. Grab your break. Here we go. Start her up. If you happen to have a rebounder, you could totally use that also in place of the jumping rope. If you happen to have a rebounder, you probably already knew that. My mom is actually super into rebounding. It's really good for you. Ready, set, and go. Takes up more space than a jump rope though. Grab through that core. This is a good time to practice that pelvic flexion as well. Take your break. 3, 2, and go. Good if you're breathing heavy. That's what we're trying to get to. Nice little hops. We have our final 2 steps. Ready, set, and go. Keep that core strong. Chest tall. Take your break. We have our last set. Ready, set, and go. 20 seconds. You got it. Keep it up. Contract deep through that core. Breathe. Time. All right, we made it. Good job. Got through our jump rope Tabata. Now we're going to move on into our weighted sets. Okay, so we're going to be working asymmetrically. So we're grabbing one side at a time. So we're going to just actually need one weight today for the whole time. And I'm going to run us through what we're going to do, and then we'll get going with it. So our rep range, our rep count is 10 reps per side. Okay, you're going to have, if your left hand is holding the weight, your right leg's going to be on the ground. We're going to go into a single leg deadlift. And then we're going to go into an overhead press. Okay, so right leg on the ground, right knee lines up with the toe, and your left leg is going to go back. So you're hinging forward. Balance, balance, balance. If you don't get super low to the ground, that's fine. If you just get halfway, great. But your upper back needs to stay flat, right? So we're not pulling one elbow up, one shoulder up, or the other. The hips are also staying level. And that's why we do the counter side. So if your right heel is on the ground, your left hand's holding the weight. Tendency is if we're on the same side, then that hip comes up. So you want to try to level off the hips, square off the shoulders. Now we're going to push up through that right leg, hamstring, glute. Barely tap the ground with your left toe. So I still want 80-90% of your body weight on that right side. You're going to curl the weight up, press overhead. In the press, you should have shoulder, hip, and that standing heel alignment, right? So if you're pushing your hips forward, you are going to totally activate some low back issues. Also, if you're rounding into that upper back and you're not able to punch straight out through that arm, you're asking for trouble in that back as well. Okay, so let's do a rep together, nice and slow, talk it through, and then we'll start our count. So hinge forward. You're putting all the weight into that right leg. It's fine if you're shaking around. Bend your knee a little bit so it's a soft knee. Try to keep those hips level, your back flat, strong core. Push up through that glute. Tap your toe, curl, press, check that core connection at the top, and that's it. Okay, here we go. Number 1, hinge forward, bend knee, press up, get that tap. Here's 2. Flex deep, flat back, strong core, press it up. So you have to pay attention, that whole line. Lots going on through the body, starting with your foot, going through the calf, flexing through that thigh, your hamstring especially, your glute on that right side, the lats. You need to hold the lats strong in the back, the belly strong, flexing all the muscles underneath that rib cage, grab through the shoulder, press up overhead. This is 7. Next stays relaxed. Use your back to help press. Remember, your range is up to you. Keep weight on that leg. If you've been keeping weight on that leg, your supporting leg, for me, my right, and not putting too much pressure or weight on your left as you come up to standing, then you should be feeling lots of heat on that right side. That was 10. Okay, let's go to the other side. Plant that left foot. Reset shoulders back and down, core strong. Make sure you feel that stance at the top. Okay, we're going to hinge forward. Left knee lines up with your left toe. Flat back, strong core. Flex up overhead. 2. It's crazy how sometimes you actually end up getting more balance. I guess it's not that crazy. It does make sense. But when you have your weight either side, right, balancing you off, set those hips, strong core. Drive through that glute. Flat upper back. Make sure you never forget that tightening around the torso. You have to incorporate the back. You have to incorporate your abdomen, your core. Here's 8. Barely just tap that right toe. 9. And 10. Perfect. Okay. Set your weight down. We're going to do a standing cat-cow. So put your forearms on your knees, push the chest forward, open that chest, slide the shoulder blades down, tuck your chin, push into the elbows, tuck your tailbone and round the back, doming really big. 1 more. Open the chest, slide shoulder blades down. Exhale and round. All right, here we go. Next move. We are still continuing with that single side. We're going to use a side lunge, a lateral lunge, and then an upright row. I'm going to start moving to my right first, so that would be your left. Your right hand will hold the weight, and your left leg's going to step out to the side. Okay, so long, straight, strong right leg, hinge deep into that left leg, flat, flat, flat back. So behind that right arm, really engage through the shoulder blades. Slide that shoulder blade back and down. Core is strong. You're going to step it up, pull that elbow up and back. Step to the left, strong, straight right leg, lean it forward, press through that left glute, elbow comes up and back. All right, let's give it a shot with weight. Belly strong. Remember, everything starts with that strong core, lifted chest, and engaged back. Here we go. Step it over, lunge it down, up, pull back. There's 1, 2. You've got to be in control. 3, through that core and back, powering through that pushing leg. Good. Get that elbow to kind of pull up and back. This is 8. That left knee lines up with the left toe. Use your back to pull, not your neck. Okay, other side. Lunging to your right. Lunge over deep. Left hand drops, and then row that elbow up. There's 2. Can you grab your core any tighter? Flex it in, right? So don't just suck in your belly, but tighten all the way around that trunk. Strong, supporting left leg. Elbow comes up and back. So you're using that back to help get that pull. 8. Get that strong stance at the top. Last one. Okay, so that strong stance, meaning you're firm here. No swaying forward or rounding out. Okay, we're going to do that same cat-cow, standing cat-cow. Elbows on the knees. Push the chest forward. Exhale, round. 1 more there. And exhale, round. Okay, 1 more standing move. A squat. Can rarely get through the day without a squat, I think. Squats are just one of those moves. You got to keep going. Got to always bring in. So our squat, and then we're going to do a single arm curl. Okay. So chances are the weight might feel light for your squat. That's great. We're here for that asymmetric side, right? So that one side move. We want to keep the chest tall, those shoulders squared off, and the hips dropping and lifting together. So we're just going to squat back, drop into those heels, come up, curl at the top. Okay, here we go. We'll go number 1. Squat, elbow squeezes in, and curl. That one side. Stay balanced off. See if you can find still flexion in the side that's not holding any weight. Don't forget, we want to feel the work coming through the glutes. Chest drop or chest lifts, butt drops. 7, elbow tighten. 8, 9, be in control of your drop as much as you are your lift. 10. Other side. Drop it back. Elbow squeezes in, curl up. 2. Envision you're screwing your heels into the ground. Left foot screws to the left. Right foot screws to the right. Looking good. Chest tall. Get that elbow squeezed in as well. 8. Grab that core. 9 and 10. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to go down onto the mat. So lie it down. Keep that weight handy. Start us off here with pushing that low back into the ground. Extend your right leg long, but have it hover off the floor. Lift your head and shoulders. Grab the core. Tug the left knee in. Inhale, exhale, switch. Left leg hovers off the ground. Flex both feet. Scoop through that low belly. Inhale, exhale, switch. One more each side. Inhale, exhale, switch. Grab through that core. Should still stay heated. Feel that belly kind of shaking. And switch. Okay. Feet are going to go down on the ground. Don't worry about your weight yet. I'll just talk us through what we're doing, and then we'll go from there. Okay, set your body up, your legs up for a glute bridge. So push your hips up, both feet on the ground. Okay, so this is option number 1. Let's say we're going to start with our right hand weighted first. Okay, we're going to do a single arm press. I'm going to have you keep your other arm up. Okay, if you need it on the ground, that's fine. It's just going to help support yourself. And I would really like for you to use your back, the glutes, and the core to find the support. Now your height is also kind of up to you. You can super duper duper lift, but then I start feeling pressure in my low back. So you want to kind of find that happy place where you can find the belly tuck, that pull in of that core, the tuck of the pelvis, right? So that pubic bone is almost pulling up toward your belly button. You get those knees squeezed toward one another. Everything locks in to put the work into the glutes. So you're not overarching that low back and putting pressure there. Okay, so like I was saying, our option number 1, both knees on the ground, or both feet on the ground. I'm going to single arm press. Or option number 2 is to take your left leg, so your right arm's holding the weight, left leg would come up and cross over into a figure 4 glute bridge. Okay, so your left arm would punch up here. Last option is to extend that leg long. So you have a single leg glute bridge, and then you're going to go that single arm press. Now, here's the kicker. Once you have that 10 single arm press, then you're going to go a single arm overhead. Okay, so you do have to get 20 reps of something going. So if you need to drop that leg back down, that's totally fine. It's up to you. But try to keep on that single leg for as long as possible. And remember, if it's putting pressure on your low back, set into that core a little more. Dig into the feet, grab into that core, find that tuck. Just like we do with our pelvic tuck on the ground. Okay, here we go. Let's hit it up. Right arm holds the weight, hips come up. See if you can bring that other arm up as well. Lift the left leg, flex both feet, and then you're going to drop the elbow, press. 2. Neck stays relaxed. You got to use that core. Wrist right over the elbow. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, arms stay straight. Go overhead. You have to be in control of the back. There's our 1. Lots and lots and lots of core. Lots and lots and lots of back. There's your 3. That booty should be burning. That's good. Keep the core strong. Don't rush it. We got 7. Neck stays relaxed. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, Other leg goes down. So if your left leg's down, right leg lifts. Hit that punch. Wrist right over the elbow. Push height through the glute. Should be building lots of heat because you're contracting a lot of different places. 9 and 10. Straight arm. Be in charge. Use your back. 2. So slide that shoulder down the spine. You go with the range that's healthy for you. So if going all the way back doesn't work, that's fine. Flex through both legs so the leg that's lifted is also flexed. 7. Can you grab the core anymore? Can you push those hips up anymore? Last one. 10. Whew, all right, drop those hips. Hug the knees into the chest. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Shift through those hips. All right, rock and roll your way up. And we're going to see if we can get through another set. We have a pretty good chunk of time left. All right, hinge over those legs. Give yourself a nice quick stretch. Little cat-cow if that's what feels good for you. All right, otherwise we're going to go back into our single leg deadlift to press. So I'm going to start right leg down, left arm holding the weight, hinge, tap, and press. Flex deep into that core, deep into your back. Of course, if you need to and you want to support with a wall or a chair or a counter, that's fine. Try to get the back as long as possible. It's going to want to round down to reach toward that ground. And I want you to keep it nice and long. 8, 9. Where's that core? Flat back. 10. Okay, hit up that other side, left leg down, right arm holds the weight, right leg goes back. Hug that elbow in tight to punch it up. Feel the heat build on that left pushing leg. This is 5. Get your hamstring and glute to push you. That's where you're going to feel the most of the heat. But that core, back, and shoulder. 8. Good. Squeeze that elbow in. Press it up. Strong stance at the top. And 10. All right. Lunge to your left. I'm going to lunge to my right. Hinge over. And then row up. Belly strong. Straight, strong, supporting leg. That leg that's straight needs to stay straight. Don't let it micro bend. Even a little as you come back up. So you should feel some heat in that inner thigh. 7, 8. Back strong, core strong, and 10. Okay, other side. Shoulders back and down. Here we go. Lunge, pull, lunge and pull. Sit it back. Belly strong. Here's our 6th. Long straight line from that straight side through your hip, through the knee, through the ankle. One more. Awesome. Okay, let's take a little break. Elbows on the knees. Standing cat-cow. Push the chest forward. Round through that low back. One more. And round. Straighten those legs, hinge over. Okay, let's hit up those squat and curls. I'm going to start with my left arm this time. Squatting nice and deep. Single arm rowing. Okay, ready, set, and go. Knees line with toes. 1. Hold that core strong. 4. Chest is lifted. Hips go back. Elbow squeezes in tight next to the rib cage. Tuck those butt cheeks at the top. Last one. Okay, switch and go. Drop, curl. Flex those glutes at the top. Lots to think about in combo moves. So take your brain, scan the body. Don't just get from point A to point B. And all your exercises ever, always think about what's going on in the process. Stay safe, healthy, flex in the right places. 9 and 10. Okay, on the floor. Drop it down. Hug those knees into the chest a quick second. Maybe shift side to side. All right. This is building up, guys. Hope you're feeling it. Okay, drive those hips up. Left hand's going to hold the weight. So my right leg is going to lift. Do that single arm press. See if you can get your right arm up off the ground. Keep pressing through that glute. And 10. Lots to think about here. Control as that weight goes overhead. Straight arm. If it's too much with the one arm, you can either let the weight go or you can hold with both hands. Keep space between the ear and shoulder. 7. Work from that back, don't forget. Try to keep your hips level. 9 and 10. Okay, switch. Try to keep those hips up. Don't drop the weight on your head. Left leg lifts and punch. 4. Scan your body. What's working where? Nothing in your neck. 9, 10. Over and behind. Feel the glute, feel the hamstring, feel the core, feel the lats, shoulder blade. Nothing in your neck. 5. Halfway there. Keep driving through that heel. 9, 10. All right, drop those hips. Oh, they weren't very high. Get rid of your weight. Extend your left leg long. Right knee pulls in. Cross it to the left with your right arm out. We're stretching. You made it. Good work. Put your right palm on the ground. Open the chest. Slide the back of that shoulder into the ground. As you come back to center, take that right ankle and just cross it over the left knee. Grab from behind that left leg and pull into the chest. Depending on where you're at in your flexibility, if you're not able to get a very good stretch from here, keep your foot on the ground. Let that leg drop out, the right knee. Ultimately, you want to try to find that stretch in the back of the right glute. So whatever leg that's crossed over that glute. Every body is different. So where we're able to get to in our stretches will also be different. But you get your best. Using a strap, using a towel. If you had that jump rope from the beginning, you can use it. All right, put your left foot on the ground, extend the right leg long, interlace your hands behind your thigh, grab your shoelaces, grab behind your calf, wherever. Push your hips evenly into the ground. Try to still broaden across your chest. Pull that toe back. Ultimately, you want to try for that straight leg though. Try to not bend in the knee. You can use a wall here super effectively. So you put that heel on the wall and then just push on your thigh, your quad, and you can feel that stretch. Okay, bend into the knee. Let the knee come out towards your right armpit. Kind of the hip opener. It's good for the back. And then we're going to extend that right leg long, tuck your left knee into the chest. We'll hit up that same sequence on the other side. Push that knee, your left knee, over to the right, putting your left arm out on the ground in a T, palm on the ground. So you're kind of gently pushing that left knee over with the weight of your right hand, and you're pushing your left shoulder into the ground. Don't overdo your stretches. It should feel good. Come back to center, but not so much pull that your body freaks out. Cross your left ankle over the right knee. You can let that knee drop out, or if you like, grab behind your thigh, flex both feet, grab behind that right leg, kind of try to push your left knee away from you. And then you keep pulling in with the right hand. So if you can ever get to the point you can interlace or use a towel behind that right thigh, and then kind of take your left elbow and dig into that left knee. Flex both feet, pull it in deep. Take some deep breaths. Oh, so what I was just saying with the stretching. So you don't want your body to freak out. So if you're trying to really force a stretch, your body's going to kind of get scared and not want to release itself into the stretch and relax. So there's that line. As with anything, drop your right foot, extend that left leg straight wherever you can get it straight. If you need to lift your upper body, that's fine. Try not to hold tension though in your neck and shoulders as you're flexing that hamstring. Again, don't force it. You just find that point. You can get that nice stretch. All right, drop both feet onto the ground, kind of widen your feet and let your knees drop toward one another. Close your eyes a second, take a couple deep breaths. Appreciate your body. Appreciate your ability wherever it's at. There's always somewhere higher to go, higher to push through, higher to do, more. But just be happy where you're at. Appreciative. Don't let the tension and stress of more take away from the positives that you've given yourself up to now. Hug those knees into the chest. Tuck the chin in, see how close you can get your knees together. Wrap those arms around nice and tight. Roll yourself up to seated. Extend your legs out in front of you. Reach over those legs. Just drop your body forward wherever you're at. Well done. Good job. 8 days and counting. I'll see you next time.